welcome to WITM, your home for custom WWE 2K18 content. And we have a huge match for you here on episode number 21. Because there's going to be the Universal Champion Kevin Owens representing Monday Night Raw. The WWE Champion Seth Rollins representing The Shield and SmackDown Live. And WITM's Andrew, the Cruiserweight Champion, representing 205 Live. The winner of this match, this triple threat hardcore match, will earn their brand that they are representing the main events of the following four major pay-per-views: Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. So a lot on the line with major stipulations that would change the course of the WWE for about the next year on the line. Before that, you may notice that the results are different from the ones that we simmed in the previous episode. That's because the game did not save what I simmed for some reason, and every result except for our episode 20 match is different. Sin Cara of SmackDown Live has defeated Aiden English of Raw. That means Aiden English will now be going down to NXT. Sin Cara is safe. The club defeated Sanity. Well, I believe that result is the same. And our first of two triple threats with Raw versus SmackDown versus 205 Live. Triple H, the COO of 205 Live, defeated Kurt Angle, the general manager of Raw, and Shane McMahon, the COO of SmackDown Live. And Raw Women's Champion Ember Moon defeated SmackDown Live's Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. So right now the score is Raw 2, SmackDown Live 2, and 205 Live 1. So will Andrew be able to even up the odds and prove that 205 Live is right on par with Raw and SmackDown? Or will Kevin Owens secure Tribute to the Troops for Raw? Or will Seth Rollins do the same for SmackDown Live? We will find out in just mere moments, but first, let's take a look back at some of the build-up leading up to this huge Tribute to the Troops main event. Brand warfare, invasions, never knowing who's going to strike on which show and when. This is what puts the butts in seats and sends the ratings upward. And this is exactly what I want to see. With all due respect, I can't have my talent jumping other superstars or be jumped. It puts us at risk for lawsuits when contracts and rules are broken. And it puts the talent at risk for injuries. I just can't condone this kind of behavior from my talent. Well then, you Hunter, the man who wants the keys to my kingdom, I suppose then that you have a better plan that will keep me from just shutting down 205 Live right this very second. And I suppose you have it right now. How about this? In 2 weeks, at Tribute for the Troops, where Raw, SmackDown Live, and 205 Live will come together to entertain the brave men and women who serve our country, we will have our highest stakes Tribute to the Troops show yet. It will be brand warfare, with every match on the card being an inter-brand match. The main event. The Universal Champion, Kevin Owens of Raw, will take on the Cruiserweight Champion, Andrew of 205 Live, and the winner of the WWE Championship match between Seth Rollins and Dalton Roush of SmackDown Live at Clash of Champions. To the winning brand goes pride, bragging rights, and the main event of three of our biggest pay-per-views of the year, which all three brands compete on: Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series.
Making his way to the ring from Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in.
Where's this going? I think it's about to be a hot
The WWE Universal Champion, Kevin Owens.
Oh, the referee needs to get control.
And that's the WWE Champion, Seth Rollins, from SmackDown Live. What is he doing on Monday Night Raw?
Check out Kevin Owens.
All right, and Seth Rollins was on his way to the ring to speak on the microphone, likely regarding Clash of Champions, where in 2 weeks he is going to take on WITM's own Dalton Roush inside of a steel cage for the WWE Championship. But Kevin Owens, the Universal Champion from Raw, has other plans, getting some revenge for Rollins doing the same to him during the main event of Raw. Seth, I bet you felt like a real big man attacking me a few weeks ago here on Raw. But then when I graced the B show with my presence and did the same to you, suddenly you started to hide behind your precious little shield, and even added one more member so you can expand your little safety net. Well, Seth, in 6 days, you can bring all the buddies you want. Heck, bring the whole SmackDown roster if you want. That's not going to stop the fact that I'm going to walk out of Tribute to the Troops victorious. Now, Andrew, it's fitting that you and Rollins are my opponents in this match. Because just like Rollins hides behind his shield, you and the rest of that pathetic cruiserweight division hide behind your rules and regulations so that you get to come here on Raw and pretend people don't use your matches as a chance to head to the concession stands or go take a leak. And then the next night on SmackDown, you get to be in their locker room as well before the ratings giant that is 205 Live, that is 205 fans in attendance live, and no one can touch you because you have your own separate special division. Andrew, at Tribute to the Troops, those rules won't protect you anymore. You think I am threatened by you? I'm about as threatened by you as I am when a tiny little insect makes its way into the same room as me. And at Tribute to the Troops, I'm going to squash you like the little bug that you are. So Rollins, Andrew, on your shows, you can hide behind your buddies, and you can hide behind your special rules and restrictions all you want. But in 6 days, there will be nowhere to hide when I turn Tribute to the Troops into yet another Kevin Owens show. Kevin Owens, you want to talk about how Raw is the best show, just like everyone has claimed for years? Well, how can that be when the greatest prize in sports entertainment, the WWE Championship, belongs to SmackDown Live, and specifically me? At Tribute to the Troops, I'll make you just as irrelevant as that abomination of a so-called championship you hold. And Andrew, you can't draw any legal documents or anything to save you this time, like you did back in ECW. There's a reason that people leave the arena after the Shield main event SmackDown Live and 205 Live comes on. And that reason is, its Cruiserweight Champion, you, just isn't as relevant as he thinks he is anymore. At Tribute to the Troops, I'm going to snap you back to reality, just like the Shield did at WrestleMania a few years ago. We have a man who was recently ranked #1 in the power rankings, named Kevin Owens. I saw him comment on Raw that facing me is like the equivalent of facing a small bug. And then we have Seth Rollins. It's funny how you mentioned, Seth, about the time when you and the rest of the Shield beat me in the Purity Society a few years ago at WrestleMania. Because if I recall, wasn't it you that I beat to win my very first Cruiserweight Championship? And didn't I constantly beat you in ECW too? And let's not forget, Seth, at Tribute to the Troops, you won't have your shield to hide behind. So let me tell both of you a couple of things. I am the 4-time and currently reigning Cruiserweight Champion. And most importantly, I am Mr. Stamina. Kevin and Seth, let me ask you something. When you step in the ring with someone who is proudly representing the Cruiserweight division in 205 Live, ask yourself, are you willing to push yourself to the limit to take me out? Kevin and Seth, when you step into that ring, you better be ready for Mr. Stamina to find the limit to your fatigue. And to sum this topic up, I might be a smaller guy, and I may not be a powerhouse or a big guy, or main event many pay-per-views, but I am going to win this match for the Cruiserweight division and for 205 Live. Believe it.
Prize fighter. And before I forget, allow me to wish everybody out there a very Merry Christmas. You know, I can't help but wonder what idea Rollins has to be spending Christmas sitting next to you. A man who many are saying is good enough to be on the cover of a video game. I see what you did there, Michael. Also, guys, I would say that competing on Christmas has to be a tremendous thrill. I can't speak what it's like to be in the ring, but I can tell you it's an absolute blast to be here at ringside on such a special evening.
Michigan, weighing in at 168 pounds, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Andrew.
Guys, this match is sure to not disappoint, especially considering who's involved here tonight. You're absolutely right, Michael. This match will be one we'll be talking about for a long time to come. And before we go any further, I'd like to extend a very Merry Christmas to our WWE Universe watching at home. I echo those sentiments, Michael, and I hope that Santa was good to everybody out there. Even you, Corey. I hope it brings you cold, Byron.
And there's the bell. This huge match is underway for the first time ever. The champions of Raw, the champion of SmackDown Live, and the champion of 205 Live collide with brand pride and the main event of 4 pay-per-views on the line. Seth Rollins wasting no time, taking advantage of the hardcore stipulation, bringing a sledgehammer into play and going after Kevin Owens, the man who attacked him a couple weeks ago on SmackDown Live, and retaliation to what Rollins did to him on Raw. Andrew back to his feet, biding his time. Rollins looking to take flight. Andrew looking to do the same. Diving elbow connects. Andrew biding his time. He's going to go after Kevin Owens.
Just making his presence felt there.
Owens looking for a slam, broken up by Rollins, and that's going to send Andrew tumbling to the outside, and Owens thought about it, but he's going to try to come back in. And Owens sent outside with a huge punch from Rollins, and Rollins will join him outside.
Maybe in a bad way here, but things can change.
Andrew back to his feet.
I hate to say it, but if he doesn't change his game plan,
Looks like Andrew's target early on in this match is Kevin Owens, the man who said he could squash him like an insect. Now Andrew turns his attention to Rollins, but Rollins is going to send him back into the ring and join him there with Kevin Owens laid on the outside. Nope, Rollins has changed his mind. He's going back to Owens. Now back to Andrew. Rollins a little bit indecisive right now. Irish whips Andrew into the corner, and Andrew's going to simply evade Rollins. Andrew will do the same. Irish whip into the corner, and a huge spine buster from Andrew. Shades of the COO of 205 Live Triple H there with that spine buster.
And he goes down hard.
DDT from Andrew to the head of Rollins. Forces Rollins up, but there's a reversal. Kevin Owens back into the ring, and both Owens and Rollins trying to go after Andrew. There's Andrew with an Irish whip. Series of kicks to the legs of Owens, as Rollins tries to get the WWE Universe behind him, a fan favorite from the Shield.
What an amazing move.
Both SmackDown Live and 205 Live is something to prove, as Kevin Owens mentioned in his promo. Raw has for a long time been considered the A show, but a SmackDown Live, if Seth Rollins of SmackDown Live wins this match, they will have the best score here at Tribute to the Troops, and if Andrew wins, they will tie Raw and SmackDown, with Triple H getting the victory before in the Battle of the Authority Figures.
Here we go. Kevin Owens is
Owens looking to take flight. Andrew trying to break that up, and will not. Kicked aside by Owens. Now both Rollins and Andrew kick simultaneously. Owens will take flight. DDT to Rollins to send him outside. Reversal from Andrew to Rollins.
just as much as he does.
the dangers of this triple threat match.
And a reversal from Andrew, just tossing Owens over his back. Andrew looking for that devastating flatline. Rollins is on the outside. Is Andrew about to score a huge win for 205 Live? No, Owens powers out at 2. Rollins with a reverse neck breaker to Andrew. Andrew on the apron. Rollins biding his time, and there's a spear sending Andrew nearly into the announce table. Now Rollins turns his attention back to Owens, who's still struggling to get back to his feet. Huge opportunity for Rollins to secure the victory.
That was all too easy.
But Owens powers out instantly.
What a kick out. He's a guy that can turn it on whenever he wants.
Eye rake from Rollins, reversed by Owens.
He is a one-man gang in there.
Super kick from Rollins to Owens. Andrew showboating a little bit, and he's going to pay for that. Huge suplex from Rollins. We send Andrew outside now. Rollins can turn his attention back to Kevin Owens.
Could be done for. There's a very real.
Is Rollins going to secure Tribute to the Troops for SmackDown Live? No, Owens powers out at 2.
Stood here tonight.
And he gets him with a counter.
Neck breaker from Rollins.
Nothing less, Cole. This could do it.
Goes for cover.
He kicked out at 2.
Nearly a victory for Rollins in SmackDown Live, but Owens powers out at 2.5. Andrew finally back into the ring. Reversal from Owens. Andrew turns his attention to Rollins' temporary alliance between Andrew and Owens to take out Seth Rollins. Andrew and Rollins 1 and 2 respectively, Andrew and Owens 1 and 2 respectively in the latest WWE Power Rankings. The top 2 people in the WWE right now battling it out. I'm sure the man who, if one of these men can walk out, they will be number 1 after this week's Power Rankings as well.
You'd have to think he came into this triple threat match with a plan. And I think it's safe to say that
Rollins from out of nowhere coming after Andrew. They announced a temporary alliance, it looks like, between Owens and Rollins, but Andrew's going to take out Rollins. Series of elbows from Andrew. That's going to bust open Kevin Owens. Rollins trying to get to his feet. Andrew going for cover. Rollins will break that up in time. He'll go for cover himself. Andrew breaks that up.
He's in a tough spot here, Corey. And if he doesn't get up, it's going to get a
reversal from Andrew. Both men laid out. Good opportunity here for Andrew. Forces Rollins to his feet. Now on the ropes. What does Andrew have in mind here? Clothesline to send Rollins outside. Andrew will join him there but decides he'd rather be smarter to go for Owens. He goes for cover. Owens has been down for a while, but does power out at 1.5.
I thought for sure that was it.
Andrew looking for a devastating flatline. Rollins is still on the outside. If this hits, Andrew could very well secure the victory for 205 Live. But Rollins is starting to stir. Can he get into the ring in time?
Come on, Kevin Owens.
It will not matter. Owens powers out at 2.5.
Bringing it back inside the ring now.
Andrew looking for ground elbow strikes. Very rarely do you see someone power out of that devastating flatline. Only somebody who is number 2 in the WWE, like Kevin Owens, could pull that off. Seth Rollins looking for a finisher now. With Andrew who's going to reverse that. That would have hit. That could have very well secured a victory for SmackDown Live. But Andrew,
reminding him that he's here.
Very, very high ring awareness, breaks that up. But the rolling knee bar will be broken up quickly by Rollins. He gets a rope break. Owens back into the ring now. Reversal by Andrew. Huge jumping DDT by Andrew, who goes for cover. Very nearly secures himself in 205 Live the victory, but Owens powers out. But that's enough to get Andrew pumped up, and rightfully so. Looking for that flat line, but Rollins is starting to stir as well. And Rollins is going to break that up. Series of knees to the back of Owens before a reverse DDT to send Owens to the outside. Andrew going after Rollins in the corner, but he was waiting with an elbow. Nice reversal from Andrew there into a clothesline. He goes for cover. Rollins powers out at 2.
making those Iowans and other middle Americans proud.
Forces Rollins to his feet. May have been thinking rolling knee bar there. It looked like maybe, but reversal from Rollins. Reversal from Andrew.
And there's the counter.
Rolling knee bar, center ring, or close to center ring. If Rollins taps, Andrew wins, but broken up by Rollins. But how much damage has been done to that leg of Seth Rollins? Andrew goes for cover. Broken up by Kevin Owens. Owens goes for cover. Broken up right away by Andrew.
And Byron, he's still down after that one. Yeah, that did some big time damage.
Andrew, flatline. Both men down. Huge opportunity for Andrew. Is Andrew going to secure this for 205 Live? No, just in the nick of time. Owens powers out. It's very rare you see someone power out to the flatline.
Here we go. Kevin Owens is setting it up.
Once. Owens has done it twice. You have to give full credit to Kevin Owens. There's another flat line. This time to Seth Rollins. What will Rollins be able to do as Owens has done?
Rollins fans have plenty to worry about here. Oh boy, he is.
Yes, he will. Rollins is going to power out of the flat line. Andrew dishing out flat lines like there's no tomorrow. But Owens and Rollins know how important this match is. They refuse to stay down. Andrew going to try it again. Going for the cover. Very, very near a fall, but Rollins powers out in the nick of time. Andrew still remaining confident.
Not going to win many matches when you're down.
He is going to evade Owens. Our trip into the corner.
Not so fast. On the comeback trail.
Andrew looking for his comeback sequence. If this is successful, that will score him a rolling knee bar. And it is.
When this guy's on, look out.
Both men down. Andrew's going to go for cover. This time to Owens.
Kick out at 2.
And Owens is going to power out at 2.
Wow, even now, in the middle of...
Andrew probably asking himself what he's going to do. Andrew, like how huge this match is, paying a tribute to his former tag team partner, Austin Aries.
Oh, man, I mean,
And Owens powers out at 2.
Finding the strength to stay in this one. Ain't no stopping him now.
Rolling knee bar to Owens.
saved by the ropes. Talk about
Broken up by Owens.
Right time.
Andrew likely going for cover again. But he sees that Rollins is starting to stir and goes after him, but reversal from Rollins. Arship into the corner. Buckle bomb into the corner. Rollins goes for cover. Does he have a victory for SmackDown Live? No, Andrew powers out at 2. What a great main event we have. Each man have had their shining moments, but only one is going to secure this for their brand.
ever does.
Super kick from Rollins. Now he turns his attention to Owens.
Had that one well scouted. Knocked the breath out with a crushing kick to the gut.
Reversal from Owens.
Owens has him hooked up. Pump handle. Oh, right across the...
And a huge slam.
That might just be the...
Brings Rollins closer to center ring, goes for cover. Does Owens secure this for what he calls the Kevin Owens show? Yes, he does. Kevin Owens is going to... Looks like he has proven once again that, at least for now, Raw is still the A show. Kevin Owens wins. Raw wins tribute to the troops. And Raw will main event 4 major pay-per-views.
If this guy keeps winning matches like that, we better reserve some room for him in the Hall of Fame.
What a match. And a quick thank you to everybody who spent part of this Christmas with us here at the WWE.
Alright, Kevin Owens said he was going to turn tribute to the troops into the Kevin Owens show. Well, like Owens or not, he delivered. Tribute to the troops has become the Kevin Owens show, and Raw has proven that, at least if you go according to tribute to the troops, Raw is still the A show. Alright, and it is time for to take a look at the results once again for tribute to the troops, and then do our rankings update. To kick off, we had Sheamus and Cesaro, the Bar, along with Gerald, defeating the Shield of SmackDown Live. Sin Cara of SmackDown Live defeated Aiden English. The Club of SmackDown Live defeated Sanity of Raw. Triple H, the COO of SmackDown Live, defeated Kurt Angle, the GM of Raw. And Shane McMahon, the COO of SmackDown Live. Raw Women's Champion Ember Moon defeated SmackDown Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. And Universal Champion Kevin Owens of Raw defeated WWE Champion Seth Rollins of SmackDown Live, and Andrew, the Cruiserweight Champion of 205 Live, took the no decision. And apparently Kevin Owens is going to have a promo right away to gloat about his victory. And that was answered by Randy Orton. Alright, as soon as Fish is loading up, we will have for you your rankings update. Before we get to that, I did forget a couple episodes ago to give you the rankings update for main event at NXT, which did not have WITM matches and were simmed. Now, I won't really show you the main event rankings because they're about to change in a minute when we do the Tribute to the Troops rankings, but we'll go ahead and show you what transpired in the NXT rankings. As there was a big shakeup, Corey of WITM has moved from number 3 to 2 despite getting the week off because Cassius Ohno, who was number 2, lost. Andrade Almas, the real-life NXT champion, has moved up to number 5. And in the tag team division, the Chosen Ones, the team of Drew McIntyre and Corey, who still have yet to debut, are at number 4. Undisputed Era is now the number 1 contenders to NXT Tag Team Championships. And in the women's rankings, Naomi and Nia Jax have made their way into the top 5 at number 2 and 4 respectively. And no real change in the UK division, except for Wolfgang is now the number 1 contender to the United Kingdom Championship. Alright, now we get to our Tribute to the Troops rankings. Starting with the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team divisions. The Bar and Garrow defeated the Shield. The Bar are still champions. Sanity defeated the Club. So Sanity becomes number 1 contenders to the Raw Tag Team... the Club defeated Sanity. So Sanity falls to number 3. And the top 5 contenders to the Bar's Raw Tag Team Championships are number 1 Usos, number 1 Authors of Pain, number 3 Sanity, number 4 Hype Bros, and number 5 Revival. And now the SmackDown Tag Team rankings. The Bar and Garrow defeated the Shield. The Shield are still SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And the Club moves up to number 3. And the top 5 contenders to the Shield SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Number 1, the Hardy Boys. Number 2, the Ascension. Number 3, the Club. Number 4, Gable and Benjamin. And number 5, the Colognes, who I did bring back because they were spotted during the Lumberjack match on SmackDown last week, so apparently they're still active. Now, the Intercontinental Championship rankings. The Bar and Garrow defeated the Shield. Garrow is still Intercontinental Champion. I'm not going to move Sheamus and Cesaro up in these rankings because that was considered a tag team match. And the Shield, of course, is on SmackDown. Sin Cara defeated Aiden English. English will be demoted down to NXT in a moment. And Sin Cara is on SmackDown. And your top 5 contenders to Garrow's Intercontinental Championship remain: number 1, Bobby Roode, number 2, Sheamus, number 3, The Miz, number 4, Big E, and number 5, Kofi Kingston. And now the women's rankings. Or sorry, before we get to that, the United States Championship rankings. Yep. Sin Cara defeated Aiden English. So, and Dalton Roush was part of the unfortunately losing team in the first match, so Dalton will fall to the bottom of the United States Championship rankings, unfortunately. Sin Cara moves up to number 11. And the top 5 contenders to the United States Championship. Number 1, Matt Hardy. Number 2, Samoa Joe. Number 3, Jeff Hardy. Number 4, AJ Styles. And number 5, Roman Reigns. And now the women's rankings. Ember Moon defeated Alexa Bliss. She's still champion. And our top 5 contenders are Bayley, Nikki Bella, Alicia Fox, Nikki Cross, and Liv Morgan. And on SmackDown, Alexa Bliss took the loss but is still champion. And her top 5 contenders are Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Ruby Riott, Billie Kay, and Natalya. And now the I'll get the hold of this eventually. Universal Championship rankings. Kevin Owens defeated Seth Rollins with no decision for Andrew. Owens is still champion, so no change there. And Sheamus, Cesaro, and Gerald defeated The Shield, so Gerald moves up to number 3. Has a fairly decent shot at getting a Universal title match at Royal Rumble. Now in the top 5 and rising. And the top 5 contenders to Kevin Owens Universal Championship. Number 1, Sheamus. Number 2, Bobby Roode. Number 3, Gerald. Number 4, Randy Orton. And number 5, Brock Lesnar. And the WWE Championship rankings. Kevin Owens defeated Seth Rollins with no decision for Andrew. So, no change for Rollins because he's still WWE Champion. Sheamus, Cesaro, and Gerald defeated The Shield. Ambrose and Reigns won't fall because that's considered a tag team match. But Dalton is not in a tag team, and it doesn't matter. He'll remain at the bottom, number 7. And the top 5 contenders to the WWE Championship held by Seth Rollins. Number 1, Dean Ambrose. Number 2, Roman Reigns. Number 3, Dolph Ziggler. Number 4, Jinder Mahal. And number 5, AJ Styles. And now finally, the Cruiserweight Championship rankings. Andrew took to no decision in the match with Kevin Owens, won by Kevin Owens, defeating Seth Rollins. His top 5 contenders are Grand Metalik, the newest addition to the Cruiserweight division, Hideo Itami. Number 3, Akira Tozawa. Number 4, Mustafa Ali. Number 5, Cedric Alexander. Alright, and we are going to call an episode here because I will need to reset the attires of everybody that was involved in the Tribute to the Troops matches. So they're not wearing shirts that say Raw or SmackDown anymore. Or 205 Live. So we will reveal your card for Raw in the next episode. And we will begin our build-up to WrestleMania. That's right, we are officially in the road to WrestleMania with the next pay-per-view for Raw, SmackDown, and 205 Live being Royal Rumble. And then we have Elimination Chamber for Raw and Fastlane for SmackDown Live before the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. So the road to WrestleMania officially begins in episode number 22. So if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted when new WITM episodes are released. And check out the YouTube channel of WITM member Andrew. It's called Andrew Spud Strong. The link is in the description. Until episode number 22, where we kick off the road to WrestleMania, this is Corey, signing off.